welcome. Today, we're going to explore one of the most powerful lessons ever taught about pain and why the way you respond to it determines the person you become. Most people spend their entire lives trying to avoid pain. The moment discomfort appears, they search for the fastest escape. They distract themselves with entertainment, blame other people, or wish their circumstances were different. But the more you run from pain, the more power it gains over your life. The Shaolin philosophy teaches a completely different perspective. Pain is not your enemy, it is your greatest teacher. Every difficult experience carries a lesson that comfort could never provide. Physical pain teaches endurance. Emotional pain teaches compassion. Failure teaches humility. Rejection teaches independence. Loss teaches gratitude. Without these experiences, we remain the same person, never growing beyond our limits. Think about the strongest people you know. Their strength was not created during peaceful moments. It was forged through hardship, disappointment, and struggle. Just as fire strengthens steel, life's challenges strengthen the human spirit. The next time pain enters your life, resist the urge to ask, why is this happening to me? Instead, ask yourself, what is this experience trying to teach me? That single question changes everything. Instead of becoming a victim of your circumstances, you become a student of life. You stop resisting reality and begin learning from it. Pain may be unavoidable, but if you allow it to shape your character instead of your fears, it becomes one of the greatest forces for personal growth. The lesson hidden inside today's struggle may become the wisdom that guides the rest of your life. The first instinct when pain appears is to react. Someone insults you, and you immediately want to respond. Something goes wrong and frustration takes over. You lose something important and your mind begins creating stories filled with fear and regret. Most people believe their reactions are automatic, but they are actually habits built over time. The Shaolin way teaches that between every event and every reaction, there is a small moment of choice. That moment is where true strength is found. Instead of reacting instantly, learn to pause. Take one slow breath. Observe what is happening inside your mind. Notice your heartbeat. Notice the tension in your body. Watch your thoughts without believing every one of them. You are not trying to suppress your emotions or pretend they do not exist. You are simply becoming aware of them before allowing them to control your actions. Imagine your mind as a clear lake. When a storm arrives, the surface becomes rough, making it impossible to see what lies beneath. If you immediately act while the water is disturbed, your decisions are often driven by anger, fear, or anxiety. But if you remain still, the water slowly becomes calm again and everything becomes clear. In the same way, clarity comes to the person who is willing to wait instead of reacting impulsively. This simple practice changes the way you face every challenge. Criticism no longer controls your emotions. Failure no longer destroys your confidence. Fear no longer decides your next step. The more you observe your thoughts, the less power they have over you. Over time, your mind becomes quieter, your decisions become wiser, and your actions become intentional rather than emotional. A calm mind is not something people are born with. It is something they build through daily practice. Just as the body becomes stronger through consistent training, the mind becomes stronger through repeated moments of patience, discipline, and self-control. Most people only discover the condition of their mind when life becomes difficult. A small problem ruins their entire day. A few words of criticism steal their confidence. One unexpected setback fills them with doubt. This happens because the mind has never been trained to remain steady under pressure. The Shaolin philosophy teaches that every challenge is an opportunity to strengthen the mind. Difficult moments are not interruptions to your training, they are the training itself. Each obstacle asks the same question. Will you allow your emotions to control you, or will you remain calm and focused? Every time you choose patience over anger, focus over distraction, and courage over fear, you are building mental strength that cannot be taken away. Training the mind also means protecting it from unnecessary noise. Constant distractions, endless comparisons, and negative thinking slowly weaken your inner peace. A disciplined mind chooses what deserves attention and what should simply be ignored. It understands that not every opinion needs a response, not every problem deserves panic, and not every setback is the end of the journey. When the mind learns to stay calm, pressure no longer feels like a burden. Challenges become opportunities to grow. Fear loses its grip, and confidence begins to come from within rather than from external success. Instead of being controlled by changing circumstances, you become anchored by the strength of your own mind. Comfort is attractive because it asks nothing from you. It tells you to rest a little longer, avoid difficult tasks, and choose what feels easy in the moment. At first, these choices seem harmless, but over time, comfort slowly weakens the body, dulls the mind, and steals your potential. The easiest path often leads to the greatest regret because every opportunity for growth is hidden behind effort and discomfort. The Shaolin philosophy teaches that discipline is the bridge between who you are today and who you have the potential to become. Discipline is not about forcing yourself to suffer for no reason. It is about making choices based on your purpose instead of your temporary emotions. Some days you will feel motivated, but many days you will not. On those days, discipline becomes more valuable than motivation because it keeps you moving when inspiration disappears. Every small act of discipline shapes your character. Waking up when you want to stay in bed, finishing your work when distractions call your name, practicing your craft when no one is watching, and remaining patient when you want to react. These simple actions create extraordinary strength over time. Success is rarely the result of one heroic moment. It is usually built through hundreds of ordinary decisions made with consistency. Discipline also creates freedom. The more control you have over your habits, the less control your impulses have over your life. You stop becoming a prisoner of comfort and start becoming the master of your own actions. While comfort offers temporary satisfaction, discipline offers lasting confidence. It teaches you that true strength is not found in doing what feels easy, but in doing what is necessary, even when it is difficult. Suffering has the power to change every person, but it does not change everyone in the same way. Some people allow suffering to fill them with bitterness, fear, and hopelessness. Others allow the very same experience to make them wiser, stronger, and more resilient. The difference is not found in the pain itself. It is found in the mindset of the person experiencing it. The Shaolin philosophy teaches that every hardship carries within it the seed of transformation. If you face suffering with patience and awareness, it begins to shape your character instead of breaking your spirit. Every setback is an opportunity to discover strengths you never knew you possessed. Failure teaches persistence. Loneliness teaches self-reliance. Loss teaches gratitude. Difficult moments reveal what truly matters and strip away the distractions that once consumed your attention. What feels like a burden today may become the reason you develop courage, wisdom, and emotional stability tomorrow. Inner strength is not built during moments of comfort. It is forged in silence, in struggle, and in the decision to keep moving forward even when progress feels impossible. Every challenge asks the same question. Will you allow this experience to defeat you, or will you use it to become stronger? The answer is found in your daily choices. Every time you rise after falling, every time you choose hope over despair, and every time you continue despite the pain, you strengthen a part of yourself that no one can take away. The goal is not to live without suffering. The goal is to become the kind of person who can walk through suffering without losing peace, purpose, or direction. When you stop seeing hardship as a punishment and start seeing it as preparation, every obstacle becomes another step toward becoming stronger from the inside out. One of the greatest causes of suffering is not pain itself, but our refusal to accept reality. We spend countless hours wishing the past had been different, hoping people would change, or fighting situations that are already beyond our control. This constant resistance drains our energy and fills the mind with frustration. The Shaolin philosophy teaches that true peace begins the moment you stop arguing with reality and start accepting life as it is. Acceptance does not mean weakness, surrender, or giving up on your dreams. It means recognizing the difference between what you can control and what you cannot. You cannot change yesterday, but you can choose how you respond today. You cannot control other people's opinions, but you can control your own character. You cannot prevent every hardship, but you can decide whether that hardship becomes your prison or your teacher. When you accept reality, your mind becomes lighter. Fear loses its grip because you are no longer fighting against the inevitable. Anger fades because you stop expecting life to be perfect. Instead of wasting energy on resistance, you invest that energy into growth, discipline, and meaningful action. This shift transforms challenges from heavy burdens into opportunities for wisdom. Real peace is not found in a life without problems. It is found in a mind that remains steady even when problems appear. A peaceful person is not someone who has escaped suffering, but someone who has learned to walk through it without losing clarity, patience, or purpose. The stronger your acceptance becomes, the less power fear has over you, and the more freedom you discover within yourself. Pain will always be a part of life, but it does not have to become your master. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to build patience, discipline, wisdom, and inner peace. The strongest people are not those who never struggle. They are the ones who refuse to let struggle define them. They understand that every obstacle carries a lesson, every setback hides a new beginning, and every moment of discomfort is a chance to become stronger than before. The path of true strength is not about defeating others, it is about mastering yourself. It is about remaining calm when the world around you is chaotic, choosing discipline over comfort, and responding with wisdom instead of emotion. When you stop fearing pain and begin learning from it, you discover a power that no one can take away. So the next time life tests you, don't ask, "Why is this happening to me?" Instead ask, "Who is this challenge helping me become?" Because every step through pain is a step toward a stronger mind, a calmer heart, and a more resilient spirit. In the end, the greatest victory is not escaping pain. It is becoming the kind of person that pain can no longer defeat.